Hi everyone, I'm Monique with Open Gate Quilts, and today I'm going to show you the February 2023, already crazy, Open Gate subscription box. So let's dive in. As always, it comes in your box, and I've got the logo on here, and then you open it up, and you get your letter, and the letter explains everything. And then we did add a new thing. We added a QR code so that you can access this video without having to type in all those letters. You can if you want, and we're going to be using that QR code a couple different ways as we get farther into the year. So that's the first thing I wanted to show you. Then when you open your box, you're going to look at what you get. And the first project is called Double Date or Log Cabin Paper Piecing Quilt. Now this is paper pieced, obviously. I did give you your paper piecing, and I gave you two versions. And the reason I gave you two versions is that we have a little more difficult for those of you who have paper pieced before, and one that's a little easier. So we've got the Double Date and the Log Cabin. I'm going to be doing a class on this. In the class, I'm just going to check my date to make sure I got it right here, is Thursday, February 23rd at 7 o'clock. So I'll be doing a class on the paper piecing. Paper piecing isn't difficult. It can get a little confusing. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you how to do it. And again, I've got an easy version and a harder version. And here are the quilts. So this is the Log Cabin, which is a little bit easier. And this one is Double Date, which is a little bit harder. And what makes it harder is that you've got these sharper angles, plus you've also got these sharp points. So that's what makes it a little harder. Uses the same fabrics, so you have the same amount of fabrics for both of them. You can only make one, however, but you can choose which one you want. So this one is Double Date, and this one is the Log Cabin. And this line is from Riley Blake, this fabric line. It's called Fleur Noir, and there's different versions of this, the fabric combinations, and you will get different versions of it. So that's the first project. The second project, oh, one more thing, the notion. The notion that I included is called an add a quarter ruler, and it's not absolutely necessary for doing paper piecing, but I actually love it, and it works great for paper piecing. It'll make your life so much easier. So again, in the class, I'm going to show you how to do that. If you can't wait for the class or you want to try it yourself, there's numerous videos on how to paper piece, and you could see how to use that. But this is a great ruler. And then I quickly went through this, which I shouldn't have. We've got the paper piecing paper, which is printed on newsprint, so it's easier to pull off because you need to take the paper off after you're done. So we've got the harder version and the easier version. And then I also included some general paper piecing tips for you if you want to give it a shot before we actually do class. The smaller project is a tape measure lanyard, and this one comes in two color versions as well. Let me grab those. This one here is the lighter tape with the darker dot, and then you can use it for your scissors, you can use it for anything that you can hook on an ID if you want to. And then this one is the darker tape with the lighter, so you'll get one of those two versions. I love them both, so I made them both. I think they're pretty cool. So that's the small project, and it goes really quick, and of course you get all the stuff you need. You get your hook, you get your instructions, and you get your fabric and the tape. The only thing I wanted you to note is that these measurement lines or inch lines aren't super accurate, so I wouldn't cut or do some accurate measuring with it. But if you need to know if something is 5 or 7 inches or 5 or 6 inches, you could just lay it across there and get an approximate how it is, because like when you have a piece and you want to see exactly what size it is, you can do that by using it. I just wouldn't do anything super accurate with it. So that is the small project. Of course, you get a spool of your Aurifil thread that goes with both projects, and it especially goes with the paper piecing, and you can also quilt with it, which was what I did. So that is your Aurifil thread. Your fat quarter is called Date Night. This one's called Double Date. This one's called Date Night. And this one's from Moda. And it is a tan with the black and the white and a little bit of gray. And then last, when you get your, if you get the extra fat quarter Stash Buster, this is reds and tans and creams. And it's just a really pretty combination. You could, like I said, you can always add it to your stash, or you can use it for even the hearts we did last month, or you can make this quilt. You just have to add fabric to make it. So this is your free pattern that comes with your Stash Buster. So that's what's in your box this month. We are doing the class, don't forget that. And we have a couple things coming up in the next couple months. I am going to be doing a machine quilting class. If you are interested in that, please let me know. And I will add you to the list. We'll probably start that in March. And I will give you a supply list and things that you need to have for that class. And we'll get you started on that. But that's coming in the spring. Don't forget that Christmas Night is coming out in June, and I have patterns coming up with that. Quilts, of course, lots of quilts, a block of the month. And then also we are doing a Halloween box, and that will come out in August. This is in addition to your regular box. There's some people who don't like Halloween, which is fine, but we're going to do a separate box. And if you're interested in that at all, you can always email me at info@opengatequilts.com, and I can give you the information about it. So if you're interested in signing up for it, just let me know. So that's what's going on. That's what's in the box, and I hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you next month. Quilt, bind, and enjoy. Bye.